on, Uncle Raymond.
Look as if you're a million miles away.
Do I?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Can't fool me. What's wrong?
Why did you burn the photograph of my father?
So what do you think, Charlie? Think you can handle it?
I don't know, boss. Some of that stuff ain't gonna be easy to find.
Charlie, if anybody can find it, it's you.
Couldn't you just take her to a movie or something, or bowling?
Bowling? Bowling? Charlie, where's your sense of romance?
Romance. If she's half as going as you are, she'll love it.
It shows, huh?
You kidding? You know, you've been like a different person since you met her.
Well, I guess that's what love does to you, Charlie. Kind of changes your perspective.
Yeah? It's been so long, I forget.
It's like the kids say, it kind of like totally mellows you out, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm even thinking of making peace with my father today.
You're kidding.
I just still can't believe she's gone.
Well, I guess we just have to do what Steve said, you know, and just kind of remember the good times we had with her.
I just don't know how much more I can take, that's all.
Barbara, everything is gonna be okay. It's gonna work out. If anyone can get through to Gunnar, it's Dad.
Franny, it's over.
Barbara. It is over. He's got somebody else. Barbara, it's gonna be okay. I'll hang out here until Dad calls, okay?
Oh, no, it could be hours till he calls.
Oh, no, really, I don't mind at all.
No, you're gonna go, okay? Go on.
Barbara, I really would feel better.
Scoot. Go.
You'll call me if you need anything, if you want to talk.
I'll call, I promise. I love you, thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
I love you, too. Everything is gonna be okay.
Hello?
Gunnar, it's Bob Hughes.
Yes, Bob, what is it?
I'm calling from the store across the street.
You're in New York.
I just got in. We've got to talk.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just about to walk out the door.
This won't take long.
Look, Bob, I'm sorry, but I've got nothing to say to you right now.
Who was that?
It's Barbara's stepfather. He's here in New York. Damn! Why won't they leave me alone?
As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Citrus Hill Orange Juice, 100% pure and naturally sweet. And by Puritan, a cooking oil that is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol.
Donna, I swear I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Getting upset isn't going to do you any good.
I should have known that he would show up.
But you told him you didn't want to see him.
That's not going to stop him.
What are you going to do?
I suppose I'm not going to answer the door or answer the telephone.
Maybe you ought to talk to him.
No, I can't deal with that right now.
Well, we'll talk more about that later. Listen, I've got an appointment. Will you be all right?
Sure.
Positive?
positive.
I can come back this afternoon.
I'd like it very much if you did. Bob.
Well, you said you were just leaving. Do you usually run around New York in a bathrobe?
I didn't have the chance to get changed. Donna Mackenzie, Bob Hughes.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Do you want me to stay?
No, go ahead. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, am I coming in or not?
All right, Bob.
Well, who was that?
A friend. I'm sorry, Bob, but I didn't invite you to come here, you know.
You realize you're throwing away your marriage, Gunnar. Do you know how much you've hurt Barbara?
I don't mean to hurt her.
Then why are you doing this? Do you love that woman?
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, have you stopped loving Barbara?
I just don't want to be tied down anymore.
Tied down? You're married to her. And what about Dustin? And Paul looks upon you as his father, too. You can't just walk out because you don't want to be tied down.
Well, I have, haven't I? Bob, you know the kind of life that I used to lead. I was free.
Gunnar, I don't believe this. There's got to be more to it. It's a little early for your midlife crisis, wouldn't you say?
Well, you call it what you like. All I know is that I began to feel hemmed in by Barbara and Paul.
Hemmed in?
I'm not cut out for marriage.
Gunnar, I think you're losing your marbles. You told me once that you were never happy until you married Barbara. That's a direct quote.
Well, that's not how I feel now.
This is incredible.
I'm sorry, Bob. I wish I could make it easier on Barbara, but...
What about Dustin? What about Paul? Are you going to turn your back on those kids, too?
Paul has Barbara, Dustin has Karen and John.
That doesn't mean they don't need you, too. And Barbara needs you. You're her husband.
There's nothing I can do for Barbara now. My life is here in New York.
I can't, Gunnar. You're destroying the best thing that ever happened to you.
Bob, you don't understand. I need something else now.
You want. What about your wife? What about your children? What you're doing is senseless and stupid.
I think you better go now.
Gunnar, talk to me.
No. You've said all there is to be said.
I don't understand. You guys didn't work things out?
No.
But why? What happened? Just, Karen, you told me that everything was gonna be all right.
It just didn't work out that way, kiddo.
So you're getting a divorce? Oh, man. I don't get it. You guys must be crazy.
Honey, people make mistakes. We tried to work it
Oh,
out.
come on, Karen, you didn't try. If you tried, this wouldn't have happened.
Dustin, I have tried. But it was a mistake. Our marriage was a mistake. I don't know. I know it's painful, but you
Karen, what about love? I mean, didn't you guys promise to love each other?
I'm sorry, honey.
And you also promised that we were always gonna be a family.
Dustin, sometimes people have to break their promises. But I love you, and I always will. And that's a promise that you can count on. Hello?
Barbara, it's Bob.
Bob, where are you?
I'm still in New York.
Did you see Gunnar?
Yeah, I saw him.
What did he say?
Barbara, if I hurry, I can catch a flight to O'Hare in 40 minutes.
Bob, what did he say?
Look, we'll talk when I get home, okay?
It's bad, isn't it?
If I want to catch that flight, I've really got to run. I'll see you later.
Why did you burn the photograph of my father?
Juliet, sit down.
No, Uncle Raymond. Just tell me.
I don't know. I was upset. I've been thinking a good deal lately about the number of people that he hurt.
I didn't even know you had that photograph.
Neither did I. I just found it the other day.
Where?
In my files. I was stupid to burn it. This business of Steve Andropoulos wandering all over town asking everybody about your father, it just brought up old memories, things that I thought had been put to rest a long, long time ago. And so when I saw that photograph, I just wanted to get rid of it as quickly and as completely as possible.
I'm so sorry. I know this has been awful for you.
Well, if Andropoulos hadn't involved himself in this whole thing.
Did you see the story about his wife's death in the paper this morning?
No.
It says no one knows why she was out on the road that night. Apparently, she was supposed to be somewhere else. Graduation, I think. Anyway, no one can figure out why she was out in Chicago in the middle of that storm.
Really?
Yes. It also says her husband thinks that she was lured to Chicago to keep her away from Oakdale. The same thing happened to him. Someone sent him on a wild goose chase in Chicago so someone could break into his construction business office.
Yes, I heard about that.
Really? From whom?
Kim Andropoulos.
Do they have any idea who it was?
Well, Kim says that Steve believes that it was Whit McCall.
Whit McCall?
So what do you say, Dad? You want to have a drink with me later on?
I don't get it. I didn't think my eldest son was even speaking to me.
Well, what the hell, Dad? You're the only father I've got. Even if you are the meanest, rotten...
That's enough, that's enough, that's enough.
It's okay. You can't help it. You know, I love you in spite of yourself.
Well, I don't know what changed your attitude, but I'm glad. You know, I love you too.
What do you say? Let's let bygones be bygones. Wipe the slate clean and all that, huh?
It's a deal.
Not that I can expect you to change much, you know. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Are you on drugs?
No, I'm not, but I feel like it. Be the first to congratulate me, Dad. I am in love.
Ah, so Maggie finally hooked you.
No, not Maggie.
Well, then who's the lucky girl?
You'll find out, in good time. But, as long as we're talking about wiping this slate clean, I do have something to tell you, and I don't think you're gonna like it.
All right, what now?
Well, you know, I was in a pretty desperate financial situation with the Argus. So I found a way out.
I'm glad. How'd you do it?
I made a deal with Lucinda Walsh. She gave me a loan.
That's no problem.
That's not the part you're not gonna like. I put up my stock in McCall Enterprises as collateral.
I can handle that, too.
With the voting rights of the stock until I repay the loan. I just wanted to warn you, Dad. With my votes and hers, she may have enough now to control the company.
That woman is a clever woman.
Dad, I was very angry with you at the time, and I needed the money for the Argus. But I'm here to tell you that I will help you fight her in any way I can.
Don't give it another thought, Brian. Lucinda can't do a thing.
With the majority of the stock.
Brian, for crying out loud, give your father a little credit. Nobody's gonna take my syndicate away from me. Not as long as I have an ace in the hole called Raymond Spear.
Raymond Spear? How does he figure in all this?
I'm floating a new issue, 1 million shares, and Raymond's buying all of it. And when he does, Lucinda's majority goes right down the toilet. Believe me, my boy, there's no way that woman is going to win.
Whit McCall broke into Steve Andropoulos' office?
Or somebody that McCall sent. At least that's what Andropoulos thinks.
But why?
He thinks that McCall wanted to get something on him. Apparently, there's been a long-standing feud between the two of them.
But Whit McCall is...
Whit McCall is what?
Nothing.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. It's just that I can't imagine he'd do such a thing. Can you?
I wouldn't make a judgment on such a thing.
But from what I know of Steve, he just doesn't make wild accusations. But Whit McCall, he has been a friend of yours for years.
More of a business associate, I'd say.
Yes, yes. You said something about a sort of business deal pending?
Yeah. But under the circumstances, I'm not at all sure I want to go through with it.
Oh, I just can't.
Excuse me, sir. Miss Juliet, there's a gentleman to see you.
Oh, ask him to come in, Simon.
No. Simon, don't. I'll be right there.
Who is this gentleman caller who awaits you?
It's just a friend of mine from school. I'll see you later.
Have fun. Oh, Simon, please don't go. Close it down.
Something wrong?
I'm afraid that we have a problem. This whole thing is beginning to unravel.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Daddy, did you just get in?
No, I've been here a while. I'll be going up soon, honey.
Daddy, what's the matter?
They, fired 6 more men today. That's 45 they've let go since the 1st.
That's awful.
It's gonna happen to be me next. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, Daddy, they would never fire you. You've been with the company for so long.
Heather, honey.
Well, even if they did let you go, you have a wonderful record at McCall Enterprises. You'd get another job.
Doing what?
Well, the same thing you're doing now. They have to have lots of other companies.
Heather, you can't just walk into a new company and become a supervisor. And at my age, they don't want to train you. I'm gonna have a hard time finding something half as good as what I got. I'll have a hard time finding anything at all.
Oh, Daddy, sooner or later, you'd find something.
Maybe yes, maybe no, but I can't pay the bills sooner or later.
You could always collect unemployment. Daddy, you're entitled to it. You paid into it all these years.
It's not enough to live on. We have just enough to pay the rent and buy groceries. I've got your tuition to think about.
I can always quit school, Daddy, and help out.
No. You're going to stay in school, and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. I said I was going to send you through school, and I'm going to do that. I'll work it out somehow.
Daddy.
You know, I can't believe this is happening to me. I worked so hard, I gave everything I had to that company.
Daddy, you've given me everything, too, and I just wish you'd let me help.
You want to help? You just keep being my wonderful daughter like you've always been. You make me real proud.
How's that gonna help?
How's that gonna help? A whole lot. You know, a lot of kids, they go wrong, they take the wrong path, break their parents' hearts, but you've always been a good girl. I've always known I can trust you. You don't keep stuff from me. You're my honest girl.
I'll get it.
All right.
Hello?
Heather?
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering if maybe we could get together this evening.
Well, I really don't know. No, I don't think so.
Well, look, I could have you home early. I'd just like to talk to you for a while.
No, tonight's no good. I'm sorry.
Well, Heather, I'd really like to see you just for a while, okay?
I really can't talk now. I have a class.
Is your father there?
Uh-huh. I'll see you. Well, I guess I'd better be getting ready to go to class.
Mm-hmm. Who was that?
Just someone from the choir. I'll see you later, Dad.
the water feels great.
I love to watch you swim. You make it look so easy.
No, I'm out of shape.
Where'd you learn all those fancy strokes?
Summer camp.
Oh, when I was little, I always wanted to go to summer camp. But living here certainly makes up for it. I mean, with the pool and the tennis courts and everything you guys have.
Not that, huh?
No.
Yo! Hey, I've been looking all over for you. Hi.
What's up?
What's up? What's up, he says. Hey, I'm here to help you move your stuff into my place. Oh, our place.
What?
All right.
What is he talking about? You're gonna move where?
Jay's place. We're gonna be roommates.
You're kidding.
Yeah. No, I want to get out of here.
Well, why? Why would you ever want to move away from a great place like this?
Knowing my family, you have to ask. Huh?
Hey, I want to talk to Kirk a minute. Do you mind?
No.
Listen, you can talk to Franny. She's in saying hi to my mom. Just a sec.
Sure.
So, you brought Franny over?
Yeah, she's gonna help us move you in.
Oh?
I gotta talk to you.
Sure.
Franny.
What about her?
Well, I want to make sure. I was wondering if... I want to make sure it's all right if I'm still seeing her. I mean, you know, I'm seeing her, right?
I don't mind.
Well, I'm talking about taking her out on dates and stuff. You know, we're going to be out, going out a lot.
Yeah, I get the picture. It's cool.
You sure?
Yeah, it's no big deal. I'm the one who broke up with her, remember?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't want to make no waves, you know. I don't make waves.
Hey. I appreciate it. But there's really no problem. You and Franny are my best friends. And if you like her and she likes you, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, well, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, listen. If I'm gonna help move, I better get changed, right?
Yeah, right.
See you later.
Franny.
Hi, Marcy. How are you?
Okay. Oh, how are you? I heard about Betsy. I'm really sorry.
Thanks.
Is there anything I can do?
No, thanks, but thanks a lot.
Franny, I don't know if this is the right time to ask.
No, what? What? Come on.
Did you know that Kirk and Jay are moving in together?
Yeah.
I just think it is the worst idea, don't you?
Marcy, they're best friends. Why shouldn't they move in together?
Well, yeah. But what about you?
What about me?
Well, you're seeing Jay now, right?
Yeah.
And don't you just think it's a little unfair that Kirk has to see you together all the time?
Marcy, Kirk is the one who broke up with me, remember?
Yeah. Well, then what about Kirk's father? Because Kirk is the only kid he's got left in this house.
Marcy, it's not like they're moving to the North Pole or anything. Kirk's father can visit him whenever he wants.
Yeah, I know, but he's got Dorothy to take care of him here. I just don't think he should
Marcy,
leave.
you
I
know,
think it's
maybe
ridiculous.
that's it, exactly. Maybe for once in his life, Kirk would like to take care of himself. I don't understand what is the big deal here. Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't even think about you. You're going to feel weird about living here when...
Franny, I wasn't even thinking of myself.
What about your mom's apartment? Maybe you could...
Franny, you know what I think about living there.
Hey, you guys.
Hi, Kirk.
Hey, Franny.
Boy, you look nice and cool. How's the water?
It's terrific. You and Jad are going for a swim. It's going to take me a while to pack.
Oh, well, maybe we will.
By the way, I think Jay's looking for you.
Oh, really? Do you know where?
He's out on the terrace.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I haven't seen her this happy in a long time. It's okay. I'm happy for her, you know. Letting her go is probably the best thing I've ever done.
Jay? Did you talk to Kirk? What did he say?
He said, it's fine. Everything's cool.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is crazy.
Just a few more steps, okay?
Where are we going?
Just trust me. All right? Ta-da!
A truck.
A truck. Truck.
A truck.
So true. Now, come with me.
Now where are we going?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Have a look. Check it out.
What on earth? This
What do you think?
is absolutely wonderful.
You like, huh?
It's incredible.
Well, I wanted to take you to Hawaii for lunch, but there wasn't time, so I decided to bring Hawaii to you.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Want it more?
Oh, well, yes, we have to get in the mood here. Here's a little flower.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay. And then...
What are you doing?
Don't get the wrong idea, dear.
Oh.
I'm continuing to set the mood here, all right? You like the shirt? You like? Huh?
I love this.
And we just happen to have this.
A ukulele.
Ukulele. I love somebody, yes I do. I love somebody, yes I do. I love somebody, yes I do. I love somebody, but I won't say who. I love somebody, yes I do. I love somebody, yes I do. I love somebody, yes I do. I hope that somebody loves me too.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You know, you really are insane.
Yeah, well, I work at it.
Steve Andropoulos stirred up this whole mess about Michael Christopher, and now I'm caught between him and Whit McCall.
How so?
Because I promised Whit that I would help him in this Lucinda Walsh thing. I'd buy the whole issue of stock.
Yes.
Well, if I do that, Simon, if I do help him, how am I going to explain that to Kim?
Well, perhaps you could persuade her that her suspicions about McCall are ill-founded. I mean, they are.
I know that, but then they'll just start looking for somebody else because she and Andropoulos are convinced that McCall was the one who induced his wife out of the house the night she was killed. Well, if he's convinced that she wasn't... Oh, Simon. He's never going to stop until he finds out who lured his wife out. I feel as if I'm walking through a minefield. When is it going to stop? 30 years. And the past still isn't buried. And now Juliet is beginning to ask questions. How am I going to keep her away from Oakdale? God knows what she's gonna do when she finds out that Andropoulos is her brother.
Raymond, the problem is a little more acute than I think you know.
Why? What do you mean?
The gentleman that Juliet is seeing right this very minute is McCall's son.
What?
And not for the first time.
Oh.
I think she's very taken with him.
Good God. This is all we need. He'll connect her to McCall, and then to Oakdale, and then ultimately Andropoulos. I've got to find some way to stop her from seeing him. I've just got to, son.
Well, now, I think that's a lot better than my ukulele playing.
Well, I don't know about that. I kind of like the ukulele.
Really?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Do you know, there's an awful lot about you I still don't know.
Like what?
Like your family, for instance. You never talk about them. You don't live alone up there in that big mansion.
No, I live with my uncle.
What about your parents?
My parents are dead. My uncle's raised me since I was a little girl.
I'm sorry. Your uncle, is that your father's brother?
No.
How old were you when your parents died?
Oh, quite young. My mother was a concert pianist. Actually, Hanovan was her professional name. She was very wonderful.
What about your father? Was he a musician as well?
No.
A businessman?
I'd rather not talk about my father.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So do I get to meet this uncle of yours sometime?
Oh, yes, you will. His name is Raymond Spear.
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
Raymond's a close friend of my father, Whit McCall's.
I know.
Well, I take it from the look on your face that you're not too terribly impressed.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just that I've heard some things.
Ah, probably all true. Well, let's not waste time talking about him either. There are more important things to talk about. Like you, for instance. Has anybody ever told you that your eyes are like emeralds?
Never.
That your lips are like ripe strawberries? You are so beautiful. So exotically beautiful. What's the matter?
I don't know. I guess I'm a little scared.
Of what, me?
Yes. No one has ever made me feel the way you make me feel.
There's nothing to be frightened of. Something wonderful is happening to us, that's all.
Wow. What are you trying to do? Set a record?
How long you been standing there?
That long. You look like you're trying to kill that hay.
It's either that or kill some people I know.
What happened?
Skip it.
Is it someone out here?
No, it's nothing like that. Just skip it.
Okay. You don't have to bite my head off.
How'd you like if I stuck my nose in your business all the time?
Sorry. I was only trying to help.
Well, you can't. So forget it.
Okay. You want to go for a ride?
No, I don't want to go for a ride.
Well, you're really bummed out.
Geez, I don't understand. These are grown-ups. Never gonna understand them as long as I live.
Who?
Who else? John and Karen. They split up again. This time it's for good.
How come?
I don't... How am I supposed to know? They split up, and that's why I'm acting so crazy.
Did you ask?
Of course I asked. I just got a bunch of baloney, though.
Tell you the truth, I don't know why people bother to get married in the first place.
That's a dumb thing to say. Because if your parents didn't get married, where would you be?
Yeah, but she never stays married. My mom's been divorced half a dozen times.
You know, if that's the way they feel, then I don't want to have anything to do with it.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Wait a minute. I can go live with Gunnar. Go live with my real father, Barbara and Gunnar. That's it. I mean, they've been waiting for me to live with them for a long time. That's it.
Where are you going?
Last I heard, they were in New York.
Well, what did he say?
Let's sit down, okay?
I don't want to sit down. What did he say?
Well, he said a lot of things. None of them made much sense.
But he still wants a divorce.
Yes. He feels now that he's not cut out to be married. He feels tied down, and he wants to be free.
Free? Free? What does that mean? There is someone else, isn't there? Did you see her?
Yes. There was another woman there.
Gunnar, I know how much they mean to you. Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
I'm sure.
It is so good to see you. How have you been, huh?
Okay, went down to the shop, and I asked them for your number in New York, and they told me you came home.
I am home. Now, come on in. Come on.
Listen, how come I haven't heard from Paul?
Oh, it's because he's in camp. Oh, you know what? If you'd write him, it'd be wonderful. He has missed you so much. And he's having a good time there, but he misses you.
Yeah, I miss him, too. Listen, is our Gunnar around? I'd sort of like to talk to him.
No, he's still in New York.
Oh.
There you go.
You know when he's coming back?
No, I don't, as a matter of fact.
Things aren't really going too well between John and Karen. And, I was thinking maybe I could come live with you and Gunnar. I mean, I really wouldn't be any trouble.
Oh, honey,
Oh. I see.
No, you don't see it all. It's
But
just
if you haven't got room for me, it's okay.
Dustin, that's not the... You see, Gunnar and I are separated.
You're what?
We're getting a divorce.
I got you some lemonade.
Oh, hey, Marcy. I got the stereo, the speakers, the receiver,
What are you doing?
Making a list of things I'm bringing to Jay's.
I still don't see why you would want to leave here. You've got everything you could possibly want right here.
Including my dad.
Well, he's not here that much.
Marcy, do you remember how you were dying to be 18 so that you can be on your own?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I feel. I want my own place.
But it's not really your place. I mean, it's Jay's place, too.
Well, what's Jay's is mine.
And it's practically Franny's.
She's not living there.
Yeah, but they're going to be together all the time. They are seeing each other. I just think you're going to probably feel miserable seeing them together all the time.
I can handle it.
Well, even if you can, why put yourself through it?
Look, Jay and I are best friends, and nothing's gonna come between that. I mean, just because Franny doesn't love me.
But you're still in love with her, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think you're making a big mistake.
Well, that's my problem, huh? Look, I gotta go finish packing.
Oh, Uncle Raymond. Oh, everything is happening at once.
Does this have anything to do with your seeing Brian McCall?
You know about that?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
informed.
he
Now,
is
listen,
the most wonderful man I have ever known in my whole life. He is so warm and so generous. I cannot wait for you to meet him.
Juliet, I have never asked you to do anything for me. But now I'm asking you never to see McCall again.